Hey guys, it's Tara. Again, not a makeup video. I'm just having a bad morning. Number one, I haven't been sleeping, for probably a solid week. So that automatically, I think, makes any girl emotional when you're not getting the proper sleep. That automatically makes you an emotional, crazy person. I don't know why. Sleep's important. Get it? But as you guys know, I lost my job. And I know that's old news. It's been a hot minute. Get over it. I get it. But looking for a new job, and unfortunately, and this is sad, this is really sad, in the state I live in, we're not as progressive, and I don't mean like racially or anything. I just mean my nose ring. I have tattoos. I used to have colored bright purple neon hair, and in the medical field, especially in smaller towns where I live, in the bigger cities, I know Portland, Oregon, or Oregon in general, the state, have just become so progressive. Like, wow. Like, I could actually walk into a hospital and get a job with my neon purple hair and my nose ring and my tattoos, and nobody would blink an eye, because they're not allowed to discriminate against your personal choices, or I don't know what the actual law is, but here it's if you want to work in a hospital or a nursing home or anything where a CNA, which is what I am, would do, they have a standard. That standard has to be professional. That word bugs me. That word bugs me a lot. I know I get on here and I cuss and I rave and I pretty much say what I want, but in a work setting, I can be, and have been, just as professional with my nose ring and my tattoos and purple hair than the straight-laced fake blonde next to me. And actually, I'll probably be nicer and more down to earth than the fake blonde sitting next to me that's picture perfect. Sorry, that was my own opinion. I shouldn't have cast that out there. Anyways, it bothers me. It bothers me a lot, because I don't feel I should have to change who I am to get a job or be considered professional. Like, I had the same training. I have experience. Like, I can do the job. There's not a doubt in my mind. I can do the job, and I can do it professionally, no matter if I have piercings or tattoos or a mohawk. I don't understand why the outside is so important when your job is to treat people well. If your job is to take care of people that can no longer do it for themselves, I'm sorry, what does my nose ring or the 2 small tattoos on my arm that are visible have to do with that? And let's not even get into my hair color. That don't mean a damn thing. Just means I'm creative. Who wants that? And I get it. To an extent, I see the flip side. Elderly people don't always take kindly And I'm not downing elderly. Like, it was just the way they grew up in the generation they grew up. It wasn't like this. So, on a human heart level, I understand. Because some elderly would not. And I hate to say this because it sounds really discriminatory and judgmental, but it's genuinely just the way they were raised. They would not want me taking care of them. And I'm not talking all elderly. I'm just talking a select few, and the select few is why the rules are the way they are, and that sucks. We all know it takes one bad apple, right? You know, we all know that. It takes one bad apple to ruin a whole group of people. And I've actually, I have a job if I want it. I have a job waiting for me. They want me. Like, and that is like, no one's ever said that to me. Like, no one's ever felt so strongly about my abilities and my personality and my heart. No one's, they want me. They're holding the job because they want me. Specific. That's crazy. Like, it makes me feel so good, but it stresses me out because there's a big catch to that job, and I can't say it. I'm not gonna say it, but there's a pretty big catch to that job. And it's, God, I want it so bad. I want it so bad. But there's a catch. There's a big catch. So that's been kind of hard trying to make that decision. And yeah, I need more information. I don't have all the information. It was just a quick convo. Well, there's been a couple conversations, but the last one that told me that I had the job and they were going to save it for when I was ready. That conversation was kind of short. So I've got tons of questions that I would really need a solid answer to before I would accept it, like, fully. And then there's, I could pretty much go work at any nursing home or hospital. We all know at this point in time they're probably in crisis and they probably really need people. And maybe I'm being vain and selfish, but I don't want to change who I am. And I know that's silly. You're all thinking, Tara, it's just a nose ring. Like, it's just an earring. It's just a tiny little bandage over your arm. I know that seems so simple to most of you. But I've fought for almost 34 years of life to be who I am, to be who I want to be. And I'm not there yet. I'm not who I want to be. I'm far from it. I'm an extremely flawed human being. I have a lot of work to do. But I don't want to look cookie cutter. I guess I feel like my personality's so strong that in some way I need to match. I need to match my personality. My personality is so... And I fight back and forth with my personality. Some days I love it, some days I hate it. Because a lot of people don't like me. I'm too much. I come on too strong. I'm too forward. I'm intimidating. I'm just loud. Talk a lot. Move a lot. I can't sit still real well. And that bothers a lot of people. And that's okay. I'm not mad at them. super chillax people, I don't really dig them either. I mean, it's nice to be around for a while for me. Just kind of calms my energy. But sometimes they can be so chill and just go with the flow that it amps me up because I feel like I have to make up for the lack of something. I don't know. I'm weird. That's a whole other video. So yeah, I've got a few options on jobs. But there's just a catch to all of them, and it's just crap. Like, it shouldn't, number one, let me put this out there. It should not be this hard to get unemployment. Okay? If it were not for my grandmother, if I were living out here by myself like I should be at 34 years old, but I ain't. Y'all, I'd have been on the street with starving and unemployment takes, holy crap. And I know they're overwhelmed due to COVID. I know this isn't the normal way that unemployment works, but like, holy shit. I mean, it's been like 6 weeks. It's really, it's been like 2 months. It's almost been. People would have done lost their houses if they had one by now. Like, people would be starved, like, on the streets. Unemployment should not be this hard. Like, it just shouldn't. It should be a week tops, because you're used to that every 2-week paycheck, and then all of a sudden it stops. And if you file for unemployment and they can check and make sure, yeah, I got fired from this job and yes, I'm out looking for another one, damn it, they should pay you. Just period. There's just no excuse. I know there's a pandemic. Okay, that gives them a small excuse. But it's still, people would be ruined by now if they didn't have help. In this amount of time that I could have been receiving my unemployment, people could have lost everything. And I guess maybe that's kind of half of the reason I wanted to make this video. Because some people think that me not having a job, like, doesn't bother me. Or that, like, I'm so spoiled that I don't care that all of the burden is now fallen to my grandmother. And that's the worst part. I am selfish. One of those personality flaws, I was talking about. But if she understood how stressed I am about it, how awful I feel about it, and how scared I am about it, and confused on this new job opportunity, like, I try not to show it in front of her, which is why I'm sitting in a parking lot in my car. She doesn't really get on YouTube. And if she does, that's fine. She can see this because I feel so bad. I feel so bad. I'm not trying to put her through more stress. I'm not trying to just sit at home and be a spoiled brat because I got fired. I've literally checked on my unemployment numerous times. You can't call. Well, you can, but all you get's an automated system that doesn't tell you shit. I can't get anybody on the phone. The online, it just keeps saying the same damn thing. Like, there's no way for me to get progressive with it. There's no way for me to push it forward. I'm out of control. There's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do to make it come quicker. There's nothing I can do to get a hold of them faster. I've tried. And I don't know what to do. There's a couple reasons that it makes me nervous to go look for a job, which I mentioned. And also the drug screen. Not everybody loves the fact that I'm on Suboxone. And if they feel that could enable me or anything, if they don't have to hire me, even though it's a legal prescription. I don't know. Maybe if it's a legal prescription, I don't know. There's one other issue, but I don't know who's gonna see this later. But there's a couple issues with me trying to find a job. I would love to stay in the health field. I say I went to college because it's the closest thing I'm ever gonna get. I took an 8-week class. But no, I worked my ass off. To get my CNA. I hated school. Almost flunked out of high school. I graduated with like a 1 point something GPA. Okay. Skidded my teeth to get out of high school. It was bad. So college, in my opinion, was never in my future. Period, point blank. Like, there was just no way. Until one of my wonderful counselors and my old doctor found me this job and was like, your personality's perfect. Like, they'll allow you 6 months to work there and go to school, get your CNA, and then you can go work anywhere. And boy, was he right. He was right there. It was the right idea. It was the right choice. And it is the job that I never thought I'd have because my mom's a nurse, and I was always like, oh, hell no, I'll never go into the health field. No way. Here I am. Surprise, surprise. But it was the right career choice. It really was. And going to the mental health side gave me a whole other world of health field that now I know I can work in. And that's exciting. You're gonna find with a lot of mental health places that they're a lot more lenient on maybe your appearance than, your state-run local hospital or nursing home. Now, in that respect, they are a lot more lenient in the mental health side. And this job opportunity that they're waiting for me is mental health. But it would be... I still have a lot of questions. Okay, not all of my questions have been answered. I haven't even thought of all my questions. I've been so overwhelmed. Okay, like, there is so much still I need to know, but I was just so excited I couldn't think of anything to ask. But like I said, that job comes with a... That job comes with a benefit and a downside, and they're the same thing. And I know that sounds crazy and I'm being all mysterious, and I'm not trying to be. I just don't want to put all that out there. It's just that simple. Not for me, for other people. I don't want to put anyone else's business out there at all. That's not what I do, except for my last video. But I didn't put any information out. I just went off. There is a difference. But yeah, I'm so confused. I'm so stressed. I'm scared to death because either way I go, there's a chance that it's a no. And then I'm back to literally square one. And that is just, ugh. It's terrifying. It's taken me 15 years to get my shit together, you know? And it's not together, it's just there's a couple items together, okay? But it's taken me a long time. And to now be in this situation where I feel like no way I go may be right. And I know I don't know till I try. I know this is just pre-thoughts, my anxiety showing through to the world. I have bad anxiety. This is not a one time a day problem. A lot of people don't know that. They see me and they think that I'm happy and peppy and, you know, just always in a good positive mood. No, bitch. No. I've been on numerous medication for depression and anxiety throughout my whole life. I've been in therapy since I was, this is sad. I've been in therapy since 3rd grade, maybe 4th. I've been in therapy since I was in elementary school. Now, given, no, all my therapy has not been for the same reasons. I don't know if that's a good or bad statement. That may just show that I'm more effed up than people really think. I have pretty bad anxiety. I don't have panic attacks or anything like that. Just the constant what if, and it's always to the negative. It's never the what if on the positive side. It's always the negative. What if I suck? What if I can't do this? What if it's too much? What if I fail? What if I'm right back here in a month at square one? Like, that is just the scariest thing to me. And God, I hope my grandmother knows. Like, I blow her off when she tries to talk to me, and I feel bad, but it's the only response I can give without this. You know, it's me almost ignoring her so that I don't have an absolute breakdown, like, every minute of every day. Like, I'm scared. I'm anxious. There's so many variables, and, like, it just shouldn't be this hard. Like, I shouldn't have to sacrifice the way I want to look to fit into the box you want me to be in, to do my job that I'm trained to do. I went to school. I learned. I have the experience. Okay, I know how to do my job. And whether I have a nose ring or my whole face tattooed, it really shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. I can still go and perform my job at top notch. Nose ring, no nose ring, tattoos, no tattoos, you know, your perfect, you know, business attire or mental health or health field, you know, scrubs. A lot of hospitals have specific colored scrubs you have to wear as your uniform. I'm not down for uniforms. I think it takes all creativity and imagination away from the human being performing that job. I think that sucks. My nose ring, my hair, my tattoos, that doesn't make me less professional. If anything, it makes me more professional because I know I'm being looked at and judged, and I have to step up and do better. In order to be on an even playing field with the others, I have to step up and do even better. I'm sorry, I just saw that snot. Forgive me. And it's a pressure. I walk in and I see all these perfect cookie cut girls, and they all look the same. It's like those block houses, you know, like in the suburbs where you go and all the houses are identically stacked next to each other. That's how I feel in the workforce. And I'm the weird neon purple house across the street with all the cats. Sorry, I needed that laugh. But that's how I feel. So when I do go into work in those situations, I do feel a need to be better, to step up and be even better than the others, because I'm different, because I look different. And in order to gain the respect that I deserve, I have to work harder and smarter. And that's tiring, y'all. I know how to do my job. I went to school for my job. I've now been in this field for almost 4 years. I have the experience. I know what I'm doing. And these little things should not make or break whether I get a job or not. Like, I shouldn't be forced to take out my nose ring and cover my tattoos just to come to work for you. I'm sorry. Does everyone in the world have a CNA license? No. Is the medical field always understaffed? Yeah. So I think you need me sometimes more than I need you. And I'm not trying to be cocky. I'm not better than anyone. But I don't think my performance or my professionalism should be judged by whether I have a ring in my nose. I'm sorry, last I checked, I will be 34 in July, and I am plenty old enough to decide if I want a ring in my nose. And it shouldn't affect my job quality. Like, oh. But I just wanted to get on here and show you what a breakdown looks like for me. And this is mild. I cried the whole way to get breakfast, and on the way back is when I decided to pull over and do this video. So, like, I've had a solid hour of this already. It's probably gonna keep going. When I really get stuck on a thought, it's bad. And there's so many thoughts. That's the thing. There's so many thoughts. I'm scared. I'm stressed. I feel like such a burden on my grandmother. Like, oh, wait, that part kills me. That part will kill me every time, okay? Like, I don't want to be a burden. I've grown so much through my addiction where I was the burden. I 100% was the burden. And I don't want to be that. I want to go out and make my own money. I want to be able to help. I don't want to have to ask. Especially at 34 years old. Who wants to be like, Grandma, do you have money? I want breakfast. I'm 34. I don't want to do that. I don't want to. And she's so stressed because I'm out of work. My mom's out of work. Unemployment is taking years. Like, she is the only income in the house, and that's just, it's gotta be stressful. Like, I'm sorry. I'm trying. I know nobody really sees it, but I'm trying. And some people may look at my videos and be like, oh, she doesn't really care that she doesn't have a job. She's just sitting around watching YouTube and Netflix and blah, 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 blah. Addicted to TikTok now. Yeah, no. I do that to get my mind off this, because this is what runs through my brain 24/7. 24/7. It's nothing but worry, stress, doubt, concern. Just, I feel selfish. I feel like a burden. I don't feel good. I don't feel good. So yeah, I get on YouTube and I get on TikTok just to take my mind away for the few minutes. And TikTok's just been so sad lately that I can't even get on there. The world is sad right now. Like, the shit that's going on. Not all cops are bad. Not all cops are good. Just like all people aren't bad, but not all are good. And racism should have died hundreds and hundreds of years ago. So, but I'm not getting into that. That's personal belief, and I'm not gonna stand and fight you if you feel different. It's your belief, it's your feelings, it's your emotions, it's your thoughts. No one should try to take away your thoughts. Like, that's how you feel. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I feel it's wrong, but I also don't believe in violent protests or riots. Do I think that they should have set the city on fire? No. I don't think that helped at all. And if it ends up helping, I will change that statement. I will change that statement if setting those buildings on fire really help in the end. I will change my statement, because nothing else has worked. I don't know. I don't have an alternative to tell anyone. So, they got to do what they feel like they got to do. And if that's what they feel like they need to do to get people's attention on this subject, then I'm an ally. I stand with them. I don't fight. I don't get violent. But the mistreatment and the misconception of people of color is, dude, that should have been gone centuries ago. I mean, and the fact that we still have cops, like, come on. Cops had come so far. Like, shit, even I liked cops. Okay, I'm a recovering drug addict. I used to hate the police, okay? But hell, even my mind had changed. I realized that was